chicken wings recipe like you've never seen before. I will start by adding 800 grams of chicken wing, a teaspoon of baking soda, and water until it covers everything in a container. Then I will stir very well, this way. In a pan, I will add a tablespoon of sugar, then a little olive oil. Now I'm going to add the chicken to the pot, like this, so that everyone cooks evenly. Then I will stir everything very well constantly, until our recipe reaches the right point and does not burn. My friends always ask me to teach how to do, so amazing that the result is. I will season with a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of paprika, 3 cloves of chopped garlic, and once again I will stir everything very well, until all the seasonings are added and the chicken gets the flavor, that way. Is a simply amazing and delicious recipe. Make in your home and then come back here to tell me what you think. Done this, I will add a tablespoon of soy sauce and once again I will stir. This recipe is amazing. I'm sure the result will surprise you in the end. I'm glad you're enjoying our recipes. People, I love this recipe. I'm sure you and all your family will like it too. I do it myself every weekend, and when I do nothing, my family loves it and asks me to do it forever. To finish, I will add 100 milliliters of water in the pan, and then I will cook for 15 minutes. After a while, I'm gonna stir it all up one last time. Tell me if you have any recipes with chicken, I'd love to know. Done, this is ready, our recipe. Look how beautiful it was. Now just serve and enjoy this delight. Has become one of my favorite recipes since the first time I tried it. Now I can't stop doing it. Is an amazing recipe, quick, easy, goes few ingredients, and best of all, it's delicious. There's no reason for you not to do it in your home. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thank you so much for watching this video so far. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. See how to cook chicken. Amazing recipe that makes your dinner unforgettable. Let's start this recipe by making cuts on 5 chicken thighs. This way I'm doing it. I'm going to transfer each of them into a bowl. You will be surprised. Let's grate some ginger. Do it at your house and then come back here to tell me what you think. I'm sure you and your whole family will love it. I'll add 50 milliliters of shoyu, a teaspoon of paprika, and also half a teaspoon of black pepper. I will spread very well using my hands. I'm glad you're enjoying our recipes. Then let it marinate for 20 minutes. Now, I will cut a whole onion into very thin slices. I doubt you've ever made a recipe like this before. In a pan, we will add a little olive oil. Then I'll put the chicken thighs we prepared before. This is a great option to do on days you don't have much time to cook. I'm sure even your friends and family will be surprised. It is much better than those recipes sold in conventional restaurants. It is very easy to prepare. When you get to this point, we can take the chicken out of the pot. It became one of my favorites since the first time I tried it. It is a delight. In another pan, I'll put some olive oil, the onion we cut, add 3 chopped garlic cloves, and stir very well with the help of a spatula until it's completely fried. Let's add the chicken thighs we cooked. There's no reason not to try it. I'll add 330 milliliters of beer. Cover the pan and cook for 30 minutes. After that time, we can take the chicken out of the pan. I'm sure you'll get into your routine. To give a special touch, I'll cut some parsley, the amount is to taste. I could never eat chicken any other way. And our recipe was already ready. Look what delight was. Just throw the parsley on top and delight. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thank you so much for watching this video so far. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. When I make chicken wings, so everyone asks me for the recipe. For this recipe, we will use 500 grams of chicken wings, a tablespoon of baking soda, and then cover with water. We will mix well, thus making the chicken wings softer in the preparation of the recipe. Now in a pan, we will add 2 tablespoons of butter and then use a spatula to mix very well until completely melted. Next, we will add all the chicken wings. I'm sure you will be surprised with this recipe and will show yourself different from all that you have prepared to date. As it gets ready on one side, we will mix and turn until it is ready on both sides. Now we will also add a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and finally a teaspoon of paprika. Let's go back to mixing until we get the flavor of all the spices. Whenever I prepare this recipe in my house, there is nothing so amazing that is the result. Now in another container, we will add 3 cloves of garlic, 3 tablespoons of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of mustard, the juice of a lime, and finally also 3 tablespoons of honey. Let's mix, being the sauce the secret and what makes this recipe different from conventional. We will distribute over the entire recipe and then mix again very well. I'm glad you're enjoying our recipes. Once it is at this point, we will have our recipe ready. Look what a delight it was. The best of this recipe is that it is ready in a few minutes, being ideal for days that do not have much time to cook. If you prefer, you can even add parsley over the entire recipe, thus bringing more flavor. Teach this recipe to your friend who is very fond of chicken meat. I'm sure he will taste and will repeat also in his house. Tell me later about the result you had when doing in your house. Thank you for watching this video so far. See you in the next video. Bye. I'm sure you never cooked chicken like this. Let's start our recipe today using 2 chicken thighs. With a knife, we will cut the chicken thighs in this way, thus facilitating the seasoning to spread throughout the recipe. Let's use a teaspoon of salt first, ideally distribute evenly. Next, we will also use half a teaspoon of black pepper. And to finish, also a teaspoon of paprika. We will spread the seasonings well. If you prefer, you can even repeat the amounts of seasonings on the other side. I'm glad you're enjoying our recipes. Now in a pan, we will add 2 tablespoons of butter and let it melt over low heat. Then we will also add a little olive oil and with the help of a spatula stir until the butter melts completely. Now add the chicken thighs and go turning until it is golden on both sides. I'm sure you will be impressed with this recipe. Besides being simple to prepare and fast, it still uses few ingredients. My family always asks me to prepare this way. It has become routine at home. Once you are at this point, we will add 150 milliliters of water and then cover and cook for 10 minutes. As soon as we pass the cooking time, we will remove the lid and again turn the chicken thighs to brown on both sides and take the seasoning completely. Now let's add another tablespoon of butter and let it melt. Then we will use 4 cloves of garlic already crushed. We will also use 2 tablespoons of vinegar, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, and to finish 50 milliliters of honey. Now we must mix very well to add flavor throughout our recipe. And with this, we are already in the final process of our recipe. I'm sure you and your family will love these chicken thighs. To finish, we will cook for another 15 minutes. And with this, we will have our recipe ready. Here I am also using parsley, bringing more flavor to our recipe, but it is totally optional. Thank you for watching this video so far. See you in the next video. Bye. Chicken wings recipe like you've never seen before. I'm going to start this recipe by putting 800 grams of chicken wings in a container. Let's add a tablespoon of baking soda. Then add water until covered. Do it at your house and then come back here to tell me what you think. I'm sure you and your whole family will love it. I have no doubt that you will enter into your routine, just as you have already entered mine. Now in a pan I will put some olive oil. 1 tablespoon of sugar. I prepare it myself almost every day. Let's put the chicken in the pan and let it fry. Using a few ingredients present in everyday life, we can make a meal much tastier than those sold in conventional markets. I'm glad you're enjoying our recipes. After I learned how to make chicken like this, I could never eat it any other way. It is incredibly tasty. There's no reason not to try it. When I do it in my house, there's never anything left. It is very easy, practical, and fast. I'm sure even your friends will ask you to teach them how to do it so well it looks. Let's add 3 cloves of garlic, a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and also a teaspoon of paprika. This is the secret that great restaurants do not want you to discover. I doubt you've ever used chicken wings this way in your home. Even my family asks me to do it almost every week. To give a special touch, we will add a tablespoon of shoyu. And return to mix very well all the ingredients. To finish, just add 100 milliliters of water and move it back. This is definitely one of the best chicken recipes I've learned to make in my entire life. You'll love it. And our recipe was already ready. Look at the delight that was left. I hope you enjoyed our recipe. Thank you so much for watching this video so far. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. This is one of my favorite dinners, easy and delicious chicken. I will need 500 g of chicken thigh. I will season with a teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of baking soda, olive oil to taste. Then I will stir everything very well until all the seasonings are added to the chicken. I'm sure the result will surprise you. In a pan, I will add some oil. When the oil is already hot, I'll put the chicken in the pan to fry. When I get to that point, I'm gonna take our chicken out of the pot. In another pan, I will add a tablespoon of butter to melt. I will stir to facilitate the process. Then I will add 2 tablespoons of honey and stir a little to mix. After 100 grams of tomato sauce, and again I will stir everything very well until added. Now I'm going to pour the mixture I just made over our chicken, spreading it to be well distributed. In a container, I will add half cabbage, a grated carrot, a chopped onion, parsley to taste, and I will stir everything very well. Tell me if you have any recipes with chicken, I'd love to know. In another container, I will add 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of mustard, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of black pepper, then stir, pour into vegetables, and mix everything very well. I'm glad you're enjoying our recipes. Done, this is ready our recipe. Look how beautiful it was. Now just serve and enjoy this delight. Do it at your house and then come back here and tell me what you think. Is a simply amazing and delicious recipe. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thank you so much for watching this video so far. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Chicken wings recipe like you've never seen before. For this recipe, we will use 700 grams of chicken wings. Whenever I prepare this recipe, there's nothing left. It's so amazing that my family always asks me again. Now let's also add a tablespoon of baking soda. Then we will cover with water. We will mix well, thus making the chicken wings softer in the preparation of the recipe. You will surely be surprised by this recipe. Now in a pan, we will add 2 tablespoons of sugar and use a spatula to mix very well until completely melted. Whenever I prepare this recipe in my house, there is nothing so amazing that is the result. We will also add olive oil. Next, we will add all the chicken wings. I'm sure you've never prepared a recipe like this. As it gets ready on one side, we will mix and turn until it is ready on both sides. Teach this recipe to your friend who is very fond of chicken meat. I'm sure he will taste and will repeat also in his house. Now we will also add 3 cloves of garlic, a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and finally a teaspoon of paprika. I'm glad you're enjoying our recipes. I'm sure you will be surprised with this recipe and will show yourself different from all that you have prepared to date. Now then, let's add 50 milliliters of soy sauce. Let's mix it up again. The taste of this recipe is different from all others and made with few ingredients that we all have at home. To finish, we will add a cup of water. Now let's cover the pan and cook for 10 minutes. Once it is at this point, we will have our recipe ready. Look what a delight it was. The best thing about this recipe is that it is ready in a few minutes. Tell me later about the result you had when doing in your house. Thank you for watching this video so far. See you in the next video. Bye. chicken recipe like you've never seen before. I'll start our recipe seasoning 6 chicken thighs with a little salt to taste. Then black pepper also to taste. Is a simply amazing and delicious recipe. Finally, I will add paprika to taste, and then I will spread the seasonings all over the chicken using my hands, this way. Is an amazing recipe, quick, easy, goes few ingredients, and best of all, it's delicious. There's no reason for you not to do it in your home. In a pan, I will add olive oil. Then I will add the chicken seasoned in the pan. This recipe is amazing, the result will surprise you. When I get to that point, I'll turn our recipe. I'm glad you're enjoying our recipes. In the meantime, I'm going to cut an onion into small pieces. Then I will remove the chicken from the pan. Done this, I will add the onion and stir until sautéed. Now I will add the chicken back in the pan, along with the sautéed onion. I will add 355 milliliters of beer and I will let cook for 10 minutes. Meanwhile, I will cut 3 potatoes into small pieces, this way. Then I'll transfer everything to a pot. Then add water until covered. Finally, add a teaspoon of salt and let it cook. After the time our chicken is ready, I will remove from the pan. Then I will add in a container the boiled potato, 50 milliliters of milk, a tablespoon of butter, then I will mash everything very well with a utensil until turned into a puree. Done, this is ready our recipe. Just serve and enjoy this delight. If you want, you can add a little parsley to taste. My friends always ask me to teach how to do, so amazing that the result has become one of my favorite recipes since the first time I tried it. Now I can't stop doing it. Tell me if you have any recipe with chicken, I'd love to know. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thank you so much for watching this video so far. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
For more yummy recipes, like and share the videos, subscribe the channel. Thank you.